Hello, hello, hello.
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. Shall we start, ma'am? Hi,
Good
Savijot.
evening, ma'am.
Hi, hi, Savijot. Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine. What about you?
I'm also good. Thank you. Okay, so today is the speaking session. Shall we begin?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the other student who has joined, can you please turn your camera on, or could you please introduce yourself? Because I think you have joined the class for the first time.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Hi. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
So can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Myself Diksha Balala, and I'm from Ahmedabad, Gujarat.
Okay. Okay.
And my exam is on the 27th November.
Okay, 27th of November. Okay,
Yeah.
so what, tell me what problem do you face in speaking?
It's like lexical resources I'm not
Okay,
getting on my speaking part.
okay, so lexical resources. Anything else? Your fluency or anything else?
Yeah, a little bit problem like feelers are, yeah, so I try to get avoid those feelers in my speaking.
Okay, so about lexical resources is that what we do is we try to learn words from dictionaries
Yes,
or from nowadays from Google only. So we try to learn words, but we do not know that how to use them when we talk.
yes,
because at
definitely.
because at that very moment we cannot just put our mind in thinking that what word should I use now. We are just speaking. In Hindi
Yes,
also, we cannot look for very fancy words. When we are speaking, we speak very like simple language that everybody could understand, and we are used to speak this kind of Hindi only with our friends or family. Now, how to improve this? So, my approach is what I personally think is, when we are just learning the words, it's very monotonous, it's very boring, and also it's not a
yes,
fun way of learning anything. So, instead of that, focus on reading books, watching English movies. So, that will help you a lot, because when you see people actually conversing and using those words in their language or when they're talking, then you get it कि जब मैं बात करूंगी तो मैं ये word ऐसे ही use करूंगी. And trust me, I'm being very honest, much of the words and much of the English I have learned is from movies. So it's not that like the people who are teaching you, they learned overnight. So we also put hard work, and we have also put effort to learn. और सबका
yes,
डिफरेंट तरीका है. माय अप्रोच वाज कि अगर मैं वर्ड्स लर्न करती तो मुझे नहीं होते, हो भी जाते तो मुझे समझ में नहीं आता कि मैं कैसे उसको यूज करूँ.
yes, definitely. Means we have a list kind of
या
words which are enhancing our speaking, but when we are speaking with someone, then it isn't go right way.
सो
Yeah.
व्हेन वी सी समथिंग विजुअली एंड वी सी द एक्चुअल सिचुएशन कि वो वर्ड कहाँ पे यूज कर रहे हैं, वो कैसे बात कर रहे हैं, फिर वो हमारे दिमाग में बैठ जाता है कि अब जब मैं बात करूंगी तो आई कैन यूज इट हेयर. There are many words which I have picked up from movies or web shows. I like to catch things visually because I think that's the more like it influences our mind more. So to
Yeah,
improve your
definitely.
lexical resources, I would recommend you read books, watch English videos, movies, web shows, whatever interests you. And also try keep learning the new words and try to use them in your language when you're talking. So this was about
Definitely.
lexical resources. So today we're going to do a mock. So that will include, I think you must be knowing the pattern of the exam.
Yes.
So let
Yes.
me tell everybody the pattern of the exam. The students who have joined us live on YouTube also, those who are beginners and those who do not have any exposure to IELTS. So first, let me introduce myself and tell you what is the pattern of IELTS exam. So my name is Ekta Jain and I'm an IELTS trainer at Prepcademy. And today we are going for the speaking session. So first, let me explain you what's the pattern of the speaking module. So what first is the introduction part, and that is mandatory. That is compulsory. So they are going to ask you to introduce yourself. So this part you have to be very very particular with. तो introduction तो आपको पूछेंगे ही. So you have to be fully prepared with that. And fully prepared का मतलब ये नहीं है कि आपने learn कर लिया और जाके ऐसे ही बोल दिया. It should not look कि आपने learn किया है. You have to speak with expressions. Second is round one questions. तो उसमें बहुत जनरल क्वेश्चंस पूछते हैं आपकी फैमिली के बारे में, अबाउट योर कंट्री, अबाउट व्हाट यू लाइक वेरी जनरल क्वेश्चंस, एंड यू हैव टू आंसर देम इन थ्री मैक्स 3 लाइंस, 2 to 3 लाइंस. नेक्स्ट कम्स द क्यू कार्ड. नाउ व्हाट इज क्यू कार्ड? तो वो आपको एक सिचुएशन देंगे, उस पे आपको पहले वो 1 मिनट देंगे टू मेक पॉइंट्स, फिर वो आपको 2 मिनट्स देंगे टू स्पीक. सो इन दैट 1 मिनट यू हैव टू मेक सम पॉइंटर्स जिसपे आप बोल सको फॉर 2 मिनट्स. और जब वो 2 मिनट खत्म हो जाएंगे उसके बाद दे विल आस्क सम फॉलो अप क्वेश्चंस. नाउ व्हाट आर फॉलो अप क्वेश्चंस? जो कि उस टॉपिक से ही रिलेटेड होंगे. नाउ वन टिप, ट्राई टू रिफ्रेन फ्रॉम स्पीकिंग दोज थिंग्स और दोज वर्ड्स जिसके बारे में आपको नॉलेज नहीं है, बिकॉज 90% of the time they make questions from the things you speak. अगर मैंने बोल दिया कि मुझे ये गेम पसंद है, ऐसे ही बोल दिया, बट आई डू नॉट नो एनीथिंग अबाउट दैट गेम, तो वो कुछ और पूछ लेंगे, आपको क्या पसंद है उस गेम में. सो इंस्टेड ऑफ मेकिंग और कुकिंग अप स्टोरीज, try to be very real, very honest. And because when you are real and honest, you are very confident, so there are very less chances of fumbling or being nervous or being underconfident. So these are some of my tips that probably will help you. So now we are going to start with the mock. So we have a student with us. So Diksha, so let's start with the introduction only.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
So, myself Diksha Balala, and I am associate with a multinational company as an accountant. And apart from that, I am a student because I like to learn new things on day-to-day basis. So I take short courses through online platform using Udemy and LinkedIn.
Okay,
And
Diksha. Yeah. Okay. Continue, please.
sorry, this.
Okay. So, Diksha, I want to give you some tips. So, in introduction, our main motive is to tell the listener or the interviewer that why are we sitting here? What is the purpose of our sitting here and giving this exam or speaking?
Okay.
So, clearly, the motive wasn't told by you. And also, when you are introducing yourself, telling the name is not enough. You should always tell where were you born or where you currently reside.
Okay.
So age is your, it's your choice if you want to tell or not. That's completely your choice. So name is mandatory. Where you live, it's mandatory. What's your highest qualification or are you studying? What are you studying? Mandatory. What's your experience if you have any? Mandatory. Then comes, like, these were all the general things that will remain same in every introduction. But what varies is that why are you sitting here? It can be different for different, different interviews. So for IELTS speaking, it's different. If you're going for a job interview, it's different. If you're going for a visa interview, it's different. So for IELTS speaking, what we say, that why are we sitting here, you can say that why you want to move abroad first of all, and then you can connect it to that IELTS is a necessary condition to move abroad, and then you can connect it to that that's why I am sitting in front of you giving my IELTS exam. So it's very very important to clear this thing, that what is the motive of you sitting there and giving the exam. So you can always tell that why you want to move abroad. Like you can say anything, for better job opportunities or for better courses, anything. What's like, you must be having a reason for that. And then
Okay,
you can
sure,
say
ma'am.
that, yeah, and then you can say that IELTS is a necessary condition to move abroad. And then you can say that that's why I'm sitting in front of you giving my speaking exam. And also one more thing, very very important. When you say something, when you're talking to somebody, you always have to close your statement. Suppose I'm just evaluating your work and I abruptly leave the class, or I end the class abruptly without saying anything. So how does it feel? It feels really
Yeah,
weird, that because I did not say any closing statement.
statement.
किसी
Yeah,
को
ma'am.
क्या पता कि क्लास खत्म हो गई है अब।
Yeah,
तो आप,
definitely, ma'am.
या अब आपके साथ भी ऐसा हुआ, मुझे पता नहीं चला कि आपने बात खत्म कर दी है, अभी आपको और बोलनी है।
Yes.
या सो ऑलवेज गिव अ क्लोजिंग स्टेटमेंट, कि सामने वाले को समझ में आ जाए कि हाँ इसकी बात खत्म हो गई है, अब आई कैन गो फॉर द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। ओके,
Okay, ma'am.
so introduction is done. Okay, Savijot, so we are doing the mock. So Diksha has given her introduction, now it's your turn. Introduce yourself
Okay, ma'am.
and please make sure कि वो speaking IELTS exam के according हो।
Okay, ma'am.
Go ahead.
Uh, I am Savijot Kaur. I hail from Moga city, which is located in Punjab in the northern side of India. Every facility is available in my hometown, such as medical, bank, grocery shops, and many more. I am into singing. I have recently completed my senior secondary education with non-medical stream, and now I wish to go abroad for my further education. I have small family and there are only 5 members, including my mom, dad, younger sister, grandfather, and me. My sister is in grade 9 and
Okay,
she
Savijot, please wait. Sorry to interrupt you, but you need not to give the details of your family here because it's not relevant here. यहाँ पे आपकी फैमिली की डिटेल देने का मतलब नहीं है जब तक आपसे कोई पूछ नहीं रहा।
yeah,
आप
okay
आईएलटीएस
ma'am.
का स्पीकिंग एग्जाम देने आए हो, आप उसके बारे में बात करो कि आप क्यों दे रहे हो।
Okay ma'am.
जहां पे वो आपको फैमिली की बात पूछते हैं, यू हैव टू आंसर। पर जो इंट्रोडक्शन में जो मेन पॉइंट्स क्या है, आपका नेम क्या है, आप कहाँ से
Hmm.
बिलोंग करते हो, आपकी हाईएस्ट क्वालिफिकेशन क्या है, आप करंटली क्या कर रहे हो, और आपके पास कोई वर्क एक्सपीरियंस है तो क्या है या कितना है। एंड देन कम्स कि आपको अब्रॉड मूव करना है और क्यों करना है। नेक्स्ट कम्स कि इसलिए मैं अपना आईएलटीएस एग्जाम दे रही हूँ क्योंकि इट्स अ नेसेसरी कंडीशन अब्रॉड मूव करने के लिए। और फिर
Okay
एंड में
ma'am.
आ जाएगा कि दैट्स व्हाई आई एम सिटिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू गिविंग माय आईएलटीएस एग्जाम। दैट्स द क्लोजिंग स्टेटमेंट। तो जब हम स्पीकिंग एग्जाम में हैं तो दिस इज द रेलेवेंट इंस्ट्रक्शन दैट वी नीड टू गिव। तो हमें इररेलेवेंट इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं देनी है कि आपकी हॉबीज क्या हैं। हॉबीज आप बता सकते हो पर वेरी शॉर्टली, कि अगर मैं बोलूंगी कि माय हॉबीज आर दैट आई लव टू डांस, बस इतना ही। आई डू नॉट हैव टू गो डीप इनटू दैट कि मुझे डांस क्यों पसंद है या मैं कितना करती हूँ, और ना ही मुझे फैमिली की डिटेल में जाना है। आप ऑब्वियसली बोल सकते हो कि मेरी न्यूक्लियर फैमिली है या मेरी जॉइंट फैमिली है, इतना बोल सकते हो, बट डू नॉट गो इनटू डिटेल, क्योंकि उसकी डिटेल की रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है वहां पे। आप वहां क्यों बैठे हो, आप आईएलटीएस एग्जाम क्यों दे रहे हो, क्या इंपॉर्टेंस है इसकी, इस
Yes
डिटेल की
ma'am.
रेलेवेंस है वहां पे।
Yeah.
तो
Okay ma'am.
ऑलवेज स्पीक अकॉर्डिंग टू कि वहां पे किस क्या बोलने की जरूरत है, क्योंकि थॉट्स तो हमारे दिमाग में बहुत सारे होते हैं, बट वी कैन नॉट स्पीक एवरीथिंग एवरीवेयर। अब
Yes ma'am.
अगर हम मंदिर में हैं तो हम कोई और बात नहीं करेंगे क्योंकि वहां पे रेलेवेंस नहीं है उस बात की।
Hmm.
तो आप जहां बैठे हो उस अकॉर्डिंग हमें बोलना चाहिए। ओके, So let's go for round one questions. Diksha and Savijot, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'll ask you one by one. First is Diksha. Okay,
Okay.
Diksha, tell me, do you like flowers? Okay, so let me give you some tips for the round one question. आपको 2 या 3 lines में finish करना है इसको. आपको क्लोजिंग देनी है अच्छे से कि पता लग जाए कि आपका आंसर अब खत्म हो गया. एंड
Okay.
थर्ड इज बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट. अगर मैं फ्लावर्स के बारे में पूछ रही हूँ नहीं पसंद तो बोल दो, क्योंकि अगर आपने कहा मुझे पसंद है फिर वो पूछेंगे क्यों पसंद है क्या पसंद है, तो अच्छा अगर नहीं पसंद तो बोल दो, क्योंकि वो आपके आंसर से ही क्वेश्चन बना लेंगे अगले. ओके दीक्षा,
Okay.
तो डू यू लाइक फ्लावर्स?
Yes, definitely. I really like flowers, and specifically for roses are my favorite flowers.
यस, यू कैन स्पीक मोर.
Uh, I think roses are present the emotion of love, friendships, and like that. And due to
यस.
hybrid of the roses in current market, there are several colors. Are there are, ma'am?
Okay, Diksha. So you could have spoken कि I yes I definitely love flowers and rose is my favorite flower. और बस अब because करके क्यों पसंद है तो एक लाइन बोल के खत्म कर दो आंसर, क्योंकि हम कभी भी इनकम्प्लीट सेंटेंस नहीं छोड़ते. अब अगर मैं आपको बोल लूं कि आयल्स के लिए वोकैबलरी होनी बहुत जरूरी है, अब मैंने ये नहीं बताया कि क्यों जरूरी है, तो इट लीव्स द पर्सन इन कंफ्यूजन कि ये जरूरी है पर क्यों जरूरी है. मैंने रीजन तो बताया ही नहीं. अगर आप कोई भी बात बोल रहे हो डू नॉट लीव इट इनकम्प्लीट, हमेशा उसको कंप्लीट करो. अगर आपने बोला कि हाँ कि आई लव फ्लावर्स तो बिकॉज करके कि इट रिप्रेजेंट द इमोशनल साइड ऑफ अ पर्सन, तो बस इतना बहुत है. आपने उसको 3 लाइंस भी बोल दी और आपने उसको कंप्लीट भी कर दिया और आपने क्लोजिंग स्टेटमेंट भी बोल दिया. दैट्स ऑल. Okay, Savijot, I'll ask the next question to you. So, what is your favorite flower? Yes, Savijot, this question is for you.
Hello.
Yes, Savijot. So, the question is, what is your favorite flower?
Uh, White roses are truly my favorite flower. They are traditionally associated with marriage and new beginnings. However, their beauty has also made them a gesture of remembrance.
Very good, very good. And one thing कि आप जहाँ पे कनेक्टर्स लगा सकते हो वहां पे लगाओ. जैसे आपने फर्स्ट लाइन खत्म कर दी, आप वहां पे बिकॉज भी लगा सकते थे. सो
Yes, ma'am.
कनेक्टर्स इतने यूज कर सकते करो. नॉट लाइक
Okay,
ट्राई टू जॉइन लाइंस कनेक्टर्स यूज करके.
okay, ma'am.
So my next question is to you, Diksha. So
Yes,
what
ma'am.
flowers have special meaning in your country? So
Well,
what? Yes,
yeah, well, as I am remembering, our national flower is lotus, and it is devoting to a goddess Lakshmi, and on the during the pujas and
ceremonies.
yeah, ceremonies.
So you can just take 1 or 2 flowers and you can explain, like you explained for lotus, that lotus flowers are used for pujas and ceremonies, and you can also say roses are also used for the same purpose. So that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Savijot, my question is to you. So, do you like to send flowers to others? Yes, Savijot, the question is for you.
Of course, I like to give flowers to other because it's a symbol of love and friendship, and it's also It's also show how important other person to us.
Yes, very good. Other person is to us.
Okay, ma'am. Is
Very good, Savijot.
thank you, ma'am.
So next question is to Diksha. So have you planted any flowers?
Uh, yes, recently at my home, we just came through the one plant which is importance for our health also. So we grab parijat plants in our home, and we just planted in my house in front of my front door, and which gives immense pleasure, and the fragments of the flower are very good, and the flowers are also grow only on early winters.
Okay, Diksha. So there are some grammatical errors when you speak, like some tenses errors and some R. You are like do not. There's no need to unnecessarily put R in every line. So there are some grammatical errors that you need to work on, and also you are not that you are not maintaining that fluency. So you do not have to speak after each word because that shows that you're not fluent enough, and that shows that you are thinking something, you're not fluent with the language. अगर मैं आपको यही क्वेश्चन हिंदी में पूछूं तो आप आराम से आंसर दे दोगे because we are fluent in that language या आपकी रीजनल लैंग्वेज में मैं पूछूं. So try
Yes,
to
ma'am.
be very fluent. अब फ्लुएंसी कैसे आएगी? फ्लुएंसी आएगी बात करने से. अगर आप बात करोगे रेगुलरली at least for 20 minutes 15 minutes, आई अश्योर यू कि आपकी लैंग्वेज में फ्लुएंसी आ जाएगी क्योंकि प्रैक्टिस मेक्स अ मैन परफेक्ट. सो
Yes, ma'am.
इससे अच्छा और ट्रू आई हैवंट heard of any phrase in this like true than this phrase क्योंकि प्रैक्टिस एक्चुअली मेक्स अ मैन परफेक्ट. अगर आप प्रैक्टिस करोगे
Definitely, ma'am.
तो ऑब्वियसली यू विल गेट फ्लुएंट.
एक्सक्यूज मी मैम.
यस सविजोत.
मैम अगर हमारे पास मतलब कोई बात करने वाला ना हो इंग्लिश में तो हम अकेले कैसे प्रैक्टिस कर
Okay,
सकते हैं?
I'll give you a very personal tip on this, like how I improve my English. अब मेरे पास भी कोई बात नहीं, अभी भी कोई नहीं है बात करने वाला क्योंकि मैं पंजाब से हूँ और यहाँ पे सारे पंजाबी बोलते हैं, कोई हिंदी भी नहीं
यस मैम.
बोलता, कोई हिंदी भी नहीं बोलता है यहाँ. So I'll give you the tip what I did. It's little weird, but let me share it with you guys. So I used to talk to the visa agents.
ओके.
They are more than ready to talk to you and to guide you, and they are also very good in English. So I used to talk to them. I used to ask them everything about universities and everything. So अगर मैं एक दिन में एक भी एजेंट को बात से फोन कर लेती तो मेरा आधा घंटा तो ऐसे ही निकल सकता था. तो मैंने रेगुलरली बात की 10 दिन 15 दिन 20 दिन. सो आई बिकेम फ्लुएंट. मेरे पास आई इवन डिड नॉट टेक एनी क्लासेस. मैंने सिर्फ बात की क्योंकि प्रैक्टिस ही इम्पोर्टेंट है और गाइडेंस इम्पोर्टेंट है. आई ऑब्वियसली टुक गाइडेंस, पर गाइडेंस लेने के साथ साथ प्रैक्टिसिंग इज वेरी इम्पोर्टेंट.
यस मैम.
पहले तो ट्राई कि आपका कोई फ्रेंड हो या कोई घर में हो या कोई टीचर हो जिससे आप बात कर सको. अगर नहीं है तो call a visa agent. That's what I did. So I think I talked to them for 15-20 days. बात की रोज आधा घंटा. सो आई बिकेम फ्लुएंट. और उस टाइम और तब कोई जजमेंट का फियर भी नहीं था क्योंकि वो कौन सा मुझे जानते हैं.
Yeah,
तो और
definitely.
या फोन पे बात कर रहे हैं ना, मैं उनको जानती ना वो मुझको जानते. सो दिस इज हाउ आई इम्प्रूव्ड. सो आई थिंक दिस टिप इज यूजफुल टू यू एज वेल. यू कैन ट्राई इट एटलीस्ट. पंजाब में तो बहुत ही वीजा एजेंट्स हैं.
ओके मैम. ऐसा होता है ना कि कई बार मिस्टेक ना हो जाए या
तो
डर
अगर
होता है ना?
हो अच्छा अगर हो भी गई तो हमें क्या, वो कौन सा हमें जानते हैं.
हाँ जी.
अगर आपको अपनी करेक्शन करवानी है तो यू नीड समवन जिसको जो आपसे अच्छा बोलता हो या जिससे आपको ज्यादा नॉलेज हो. जैसे अभी हमारी लाइव क्लासेस हैं या आपको कोई गाइड कर रहा है. तो अगर
यस मैम.
आपको करेक्शन निकलवानी है तो दैट्स द बेस्ट वे क्योंकि वो आपको बता सकेगा कि आप क्या गलत कर रहे हो. वो आपको
Yes.
वीजा एजेंट नहीं बताएगा, बट दैट्स टू, उनसे बात करना एक होता है हेजिटेशन आपकी निकल जाती है कि मैं बात कर सकती हूँ आराम से,
Yes,
और
ma'am.
फ्लुएंसी आ जाती है, वो सिर्फ उसके लिए है। पर अगर आपको अपनी करेक्शंस पता करनी है या अपनी गलतियां पता करनी है, उसके लिए यू नीड समवन जो आपको गाइड कर सके।
Okay, ma'am.
तो वो तो यू आर अटेंडिंग रेगुलरली सभी, जो आई नो दैट यू आर लॉयल स्टूडेंट, वो तो आई एम ऑलवेज देयर टू गाइड यू। बट
Thank
अगर आपको
you.
फ्लुएंटली बोलना है तो ट्राई दिस मेथड, इट वर्क्स, इट रियली वर्क्स।
ओके मैम, मैंने कोई इंस्टीट्यूट नहीं ज्वाइन किया, ये ऑनलाइन क्लासेस ही अटेंड करती हूँ मैं।
ओके दैट्स ग्रेट, आई बिलीव दैट आई एम हेल्पफुल टू यू, क्योंकि आई हैव सीन द इम्प्रूवमेंट, मैंने खुद इम्प्रूवमेंट देखी है आपने 3-4 दिनों में।
ओके मैम।
ओके, so Savijot, my next question is to you. So have you gifted flowers to anyone?
यस मैम। मैम आई हैव अ नेटवर्क इशू
Okay.
कुछ।
Okay, so Diksha, my question is to you. Do you like to have flowers in your home?
Frankly speaking, yes. Every day at my home, some flowers are coming, which we have brought by local vendors for the devoting our gods.
Okay. So Diksha, you have to work on your grammar, क्योंकि grammar में there's a major mistake. तो अगर आप ग्रामर में कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं हो तो आप फ्लुएंटली नहीं बोल पाओगे, क्योंकि अगर आप खुद कॉन्फिडेंट फील करोगे माय ग्रामर इज फाइन, एवरीथिंग इज फाइन, अब मुझे मुझे बस फ्लुएंसी मेंटेन करनी है, so you have to work a little on your grammar.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so next question is just to you, Savijot. Where
यस
can
मैम।
people buy flowers in your hometown?
वेयर?
Where can people buy flowers in your hometown?
ओके, in my hometown they can buy from market. They can buy from market, or also people often grow the flowers in their gardens, uh, or ma'am, I have no idea.
Okay,
uh,
Savijot, that's really good कि आपने कुछ मतलब स्टोरी बनाने के चक्कर में कुछ ऐसा नहीं बोल दे जिसका आपको नॉलेज ना हो। मार्केट में मिलते हैं, ऑब्वियसली मार्केट में ही मिलते हैं, so you have to
yes
speak
ma'am.
that only. Or you could have said कि outside temples there are many vendors that are selling flowers because they have to be devoted to the in the temple.
Yes
You
ma'am.
can say that.
Hmm.
So it's very good कि whatever was in your mind you just spoke. तो जो अगर आपके दिमाग में ये आ रहा है कि फ्लावर्स तो मार्केट में ही मिलते हैं, तो से इट दैट फ्लावर्स आर अवेलेबल इन द मार्केट एंड पीपल बाय इट फ्रॉम द मार्केट ओनली, एंड ऑल्सो दे आर अवेलेबल, मोस्टली अवेलेबल आउटसाइड बिग टेम्पल्स। तो
Yes
दैट्स
ma'am.
ऑल। जो है स्पीक दैट, डू नॉट ट्राई टू मेक एनीथिंग, क्योंकि आप फिर
Hmm.
नर्वस हो जाओगे कि मैं गलत बोल रही हूँ या झूठ बोल रही हूँ।
Yes ma'am.
Okay. Now let's jump to Q card then. We are done with the round one questions. So Savijot and Diksha. So Diksha, just work a little on the grammar part. Rest everything is good. Okay, so let's go for the cue card. I'll give you the cue card. I'll share my screen, and in the meantime, please get your pen and paper. So all the students who have joined us live on YouTube, so kindly bring your pen and paper. I'm going to share my screen, and we'll be having the cue card. Okay, ready? Savijot and Diksha, shall I share my screen?
Yes ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the question is, describe something that you have shared with others. The cues are what you shared, when you shared, who you shared with it with, why you shared, and how you felt about it. Now let me give you some tips for the cue card also. अब जो आपको 1 मिनट दिया गया है, यू हैव टू यूटिलाइज इट वेरी वेरी वाइजली. आपको उसको वाइजली यूटिलाइज करना है. आपको पॉइंट्स बनाने हैं, आपको पूरी पूरी लाइंस नहीं लिखनी. यू हैव टू जस्ट मेक पॉइंट्स. अगर आप पूरी लाइन लिखने बैठोगे तो आपका 1 मिनट को ऐसे चला जाएगा. जस्ट मेक पॉइंट्स जिसको देख देख के आप बोल सको. और आपके पॉइंट्स ऑर्गेनाइज्ड होने चाहिए. ये नहीं कि मतलब आप कुछ भी बोल रहे हो. इट शुड बी ऑर्गेनाइज्ड. एंड यू हैव, इट्स नॉट नेसेसरी कि आपको यही पॉइंट्स इंक्लूड करने हैं. यू कैन मेक पॉइंट्स ऑन योर ओन ऑल्सो. ओके, सो आई विल गिव यू अ मिनट. Diksha, Savijot, and the students who have joined us on YouTube, and your time starts now.
एक्सक्यूज मी मैम.
Yes.
मैम ये कोई कोई चीज जो हमने शेयर की या कोई बात?
आप कोई बात भी लिख सकते हो, आप कोई चीज भी लिख सकते हो.
ओके.
So let me know when you are done. So it's your first chance. So you can have some more time to write your points, but try to do as soon as possible because you will get only 1 minute to write your points.
Okay. Can I speak, ma'am?
Okay, yes, Diksha, start.
So, sharing the things with others are really good, and it's it's express your thoughts towards others. Like one quote we are gained from our older people, like sharing is a caring. And today I'm talking about one fashion clothes I shared with my friends. So when we are on when we had a freshers party on my college days that time, and specifically I'm very fashionate person, and I have very fashion clothes on my wardrobe. So one of my friends are looking for their dressing codes during our freshers party. So I just say that you just wear my clothes if you like that, and he packed that dark blue color one piece clothes, and she really enjoying by wearing that blue one piece cloth. And I when I shared with them, and when I look at her after wearing and enjoying party, I felt very blissful. Like I took a help to others, and he sorry she also enjoying the movement, and I am become a part of their joyful movement by just giving a one hand help to them, to her.
Okay.
So
Is it
so
all?
yeah, yeah. So
So you have to give a closing statement so that the listener comes to know that you have ended your speech or you do not want to talk more. So because the person gets confused whether you are going to speak more or you have stopped. And
yes,
my feedback is again the same. There's a lot of problem in fluency, and you are stopping after each word. So you have to maintain fluency. You cannot speak like this क्योंकि इससे साफ पता चल रहा है कि you are thinking and saying thinking and saying. So it's very important that you practice. Very, very important that you practice. I think today is 11th, so you just have 16 days for your exam. So
yes, ma'am.
please utilize these 16 days. Because fluency is very, very important. So if you will speak like this, so they are not going to give you good bands. So please practice and please join the sessions daily. So you can benefit from this also. And apart from this session, try to converse as much as you can. Try to practice
Sure.
as much as you can. इससे ही आपकी फ्लुएंसी इंप्रूव होगी. अगर आपको लगता है कि मैं प्रैक्टिस ना करूं और मैं ना बोलूं और मेरी फ्लुएंसी इंप्रूव हो जाएगी, नो, it cannot happen. Okay, so Vijot, are
Okay,
you
ma'am.
ready?
Thank you.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, let's begin.
May I start?
Yeah, yeah.
As per my opinion, sharing is a prudent way to make our near and dear ones feel that we care for them, and there is no denying this conviction that it helps in uh, to strong the bonding between individuals. So recently, I shared my laptop with one of my friend for his online for her online classes. Since my childhood, I have had this tendency to help others, and if my friends need my help, I leave no stone unturned to help them. As my nation is in a state of lockdown due to the ongoing corona pandemic, most of the schools and colleges are providing online classes. Last month, one of my friend named Simran was facing a problem with his laptop. Due to lockdown, she could not go out for laptop repair. Since her exams were closed, she was in a state of depression because, in the absence of a laptop, she was not taking his classes
Her,
properly.
her,
Sorry, her classes. When I came to know about this, I immediately shared my laptop with him
her.
for the for the first half of the day during his classes. Every morning she used to pick it from my place, and in the afternoon she would return it. Due to this arrangement, she had taken all the classes and passed the exam with flying colors. The other reason for helping her was the Simran is my all-weather friend who always helps me in all circumstances, whether good or bad. I felt good because with my support, my friend led his life towards an impressive growth.
Okay,
That's it.
Savjot, uh, that was very good. You spoke very well, but do not get confused. Confused नहीं होना आपको. आप इतना अच्छा बोल रहे हो. Why are you getting confused? You are speaking so well.
Thank you, ma'am. But पता नहीं मैम क्या हो गया
So you
अंदर.
do, it's due to nervousness. तो आपको
Yes,
नर्वस
ma'am.
नर्वस आप नर्वस क्यों हो रहे हो? आप इतना अच्छा इतनी अच्छी बात कर रहे हो. आप why are you getting nervous? एंड इफ इट्स अ रियल स्टोरी तो फिर तो यू शुड बी वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट क्योंकि जब हम अपनी कोई बात बताते हैं अपने किसी फ्रेंड की वी आर सुपर कॉन्फिडेंट.
Yes, ma'am.
सो डू नॉट गेट कंफ्यूज. यू आर स्पीकिंग वेरी वेल. सो बी वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट कि मुझे आता है. आई नो इट वेरी वेल. आई विल जस्ट गो एंड टॉक विद द इंटरव्यूअर.
Okay, ma'am.
यू शुड बी वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट. क्योंकि अगर
Okay.
जब हम नर्वसनेस में ही हम आधी गलतियां कर जाते हैं, कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं, ही को शी को ही, हिम को हर को हिम, इस को आर को इज. तो ये
Yes, ma'am.
सब ये छोटी छोटी गलतियां नर्वसनेस में होती हैं. So you do not need to get underconfident. You are a very good speaker.
Thank you, ma'am.
Or one more tip for the cue card or for any answer is try to include your family, friends, your city, your country in your answer. क्योंकि
Yes,
जब
ma'am.
हम अपनी किसी चीज के बारे में बात करते हैं, अपने फ्रेंड के बारे में, अपनी फैमिली के बारे में, अपने किसी चीज के बारे में, तो वी आर वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट, क्योंकि हम सच में बता रहे हैं उनको कि मेरे फ्रेंड के साथ ऐसा हुआ, या मेरी सिटी ऐसी है, या मेरे पास एक टॉय है, या कोई फोन है, या लैपटॉप है, कुछ भी। तो हम
Ye-
अपनी चीज के बारे में बात करें तो वी आर सुपर कॉन्फिडेंट, क्योंकि वो हमारी चीज है तो हमें पता है उसका, या हमारा फ्रेंड है, या मेरे पेरेंट्स हैं, या मेरे ब्रदर्स हैं, तो आई नो देम, आई नो अबाउट देम द मोस्ट, तो आई कैन वेरी कंफर्टेबली टॉक अबाउट देम। तो ट्राई टू इंक्लूड वेरी फेमिलियर थिंग्स इन योर आंसर्स, क्योंकि अगर कोई आप रिमोट थिंग या कोई स्ट्रेंज थिंग को इंक्लूड करते हो तो आपको खुद नहीं पता मैं क्या बात करूं इसके बारे में।
Yes, ma'am.
Always try to talk about the things which are around you, like your friends, your family, your house, your locality, your city, your country. So try to do that. Okay, so we are done with the cue card. Now let's move to follow-up questions. I'll just stop sharing. I'll begin with the follow-up questions now. Okay, Diksha, my first question is, do you like to share?
Yes, I definitely like to share others and helping the hands towards others.
You have to speak in 2 or 3 lines, Diksha. You cannot just speak for, like, if I ask you something, you have to explain it, that why. If you are saying something that I like to share, but you have to give the answer for why also, and why you like to share.
Okay, ma'am. Well, yes, definitely. I like to share my things to others because it help others to complete their needs and achieve their some optimum result in their life.
Okay,
So, well,
so
definitely yes.
okay, good. My next question is to you, Savijot. What are the consequences if children don't like to share?
If children do not share, they become self-centered and often they have a limited friend circle. And however, by limiting friend circle, we have fewer friends in a case of need. Hence, all children must have this habit of sharing, and by this they can make good friends.
Ma'am, you are not audible. Hello. Hello.
Hello? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So, how do you feel about sharing accommodations? How do you feel about sharing accommodations with others on campus?
Well, as I'm experiencing by sharing my accommodation when I was in college days, and still doing. Still, I'm sharing my accommodation with others. It's a very good thing to know each other and explore things with the people having a different culture and a different knowledge of the different expertise in their area, so which is beneficial for us to explore and enhance our ability and knowing the other culture.
Very good. So, Savijot, so how could parents and teachers teach young children to share?
Mm. Parents and teachers play a very important role in the upbringing of children, as young children spend a sizable portion of their time in the company of parents and teachers also. So, so it's a responsibility of parents and teachers to develop the habit of sharing in students. Uh, so they can do so by making sharing a part of their routine or sharing their room also, or teacher can make the habit by sharing mm, by sharing meals.
Okay, so Savijot, you can say that children follow what parents do or what teachers do, so they can themselves share and show them that sharing is caring. So that's how they will learn that we should share our things with our friends or siblings or our parents and teachers.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Diksha, do people in your country prefer to share public transport or do they prefer to use private transport?
Sorry, ma'am. Can you just repeat it again?
Do people in your country prefer to share public transport or they prefer to use private transport?
Well, definitely yes. In this modern era, the public transport as well as public transport are also available. And well, yes, I'm saying in my country, public transport are very useful to the society, and which is a very provided with the advanced immense facility to the society. So they mostly use the public transport, as well as people are hurry in this contemporary era, so they prefer their personal vehicle to travel and commute to their day-to-day basis.
Okay. Savijot, do many people in your country share their home with others or do they mostly live alone?
People people share their home with relatives, or if sharing of the home is mostly on rent in our country. Those who have many rooms in their home, they give them on rent to make money.
Okay, good. So, Diksha, do you think there are many advantages of sharing your home with other people?
Well, I'm on a fence. So I think both are pros and cons are available when you are sharing your accommodation with others. So some kind of things like when a strange or unknowing person are entering your home that you totally don't know about their habits and their nature, and if they are goods on habits or things, then you definitely grab it in your life. Or if they are on something bad in nature or bad in habits, then it adversely affect your life in future also.
Okay. So, Savijot, this is the last question. So, would you ever share your food with someone else?
Definitely, being an altruist person, I have this habit of sharing with others. Every day, I share my meal with my friends during the lunch break, and uh, also I share my things with others if they need something.
Okay, very good. Very good, Savijot and Diksha. So I hope you come to know a little about it, how to speak in the round one and round two questions. And you need to work on the things that I told you. So Diksha, for you, you have to improve your fluency. That's much needed.
Definitely, ma'am.
That's
Thank
much needed. And also, please try to join our classes. So I think it will be beneficial for you because you have your exam in 16 days.
you.
And
Yes,
also
ma'am.
try to, other than the live classes, try to converse or try to practice with someone else also, and also work on your grammatical errors. Lexical
Thank
resources are another thing. But the basic things are your grammar and your fluency. You need to work on that first. And along with that, you can read books, you can watch movies that will improve your vocabulary also.
Sure, ma'am.
So,
Definitely, I
Sav,
work on that.
yeah. So, Savjot, you speak very well and you have good vocabulary also, but sometimes you are underconfident. You become nervous. That's why you are confusing words. So you need not to get underconfident. You speak very well. Be very confident because you actually speak well. So there is nothing to get underconfident. Why are you underconfident? There's literally nothing to get nervous.
Okay, ma'am.
So if they ask you anything, you just have to speak what you feel. So the last question was that do you like to share your food? If you even do not like, just say that you do not like to share food. So it's your English language test. It's not a test of your general knowledge or your morality. It's your English language test. If you do not like, just say that I do not like, and also
Yes.
tell that why you do not like it. That's
O-
all.
Okay, ma'am.
So any questions you have, Diksha and Savijot?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Any question you want to ask from the speaking? Any confusion you have?
No, ma'am.
So please join our class tomorrow also, and we have continuous classes this whole week, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We have the classes, and I believe I was helpful for you and all the students who have joined us live. So please stay connected, and we'll be practicing reading tomorrow. So please join. In the last class, I think Savijot was there with us. So we
Yes,
did a
ma'am.
passage. We did fill-ups and true, false, and not given. So tomorrow we're going to do some other kind of questions, which may include match the title and some other questions.
एक्सक्यूज मी मैम,
Yes.
हम वही पैसेज करेंगे या फिर कल न्यू?
नहीं, हम कल न्यू पैसेज करेंगे
ओके.
क्योंकि हमें अब डिफरेंट टाइप के क्वेश्चंस करने हैं कि हम कर सकते हैं कि नहीं कर सकते.
यस मैम.
So do join Diksha Savijot.
Sure,
So
ma'am.
it was a lovely time with you. So we'll end the session here. Have a nice day, everyone. Thank you.
थैंक यू मैम.
Okay,
Okay,
bye
ma'am.
everyone.
Bye